Thank you, Matt. Well, a couple of weeks ago, you might recall, we told you about how Dollar Bill Lawson, a DJ here for a long time, was recently elected to the Country Radio Hall of Fame. Well, that induction ceremony is happening in July.
Well, now we have another announcement involving our longtime friend Dollar Bill. He joins us now by FaceTime to talk about an upcoming retirement. Dollar Bill.
Say it ain't so, Bill.
Well, I think it's apropos that I'm following talk as disruptive intestinal issues that I'm going to retire. I think it's going to help.
Yeah, I guess you overheard Toy. But anyway, back to our subject.
So you told your listeners this week, is that right?
I did. It's my 50th year in the business, and I've been here a long time. It's time for me to give a little time to my wife, Mary. She retired a few years ago, and as you know, when you do morning broadcasting, your life's somewhat disrupted from normal life. You get up at hideous hours in the morning, 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and go to work, and it kind of controls your life. I've been doing it for 50 years, and it's time for me to spend some time with Mary and enjoy my golden years.
Well, Dollar Bill, you are such a treasure for all of us.
You.
And we've said before, you and I have been friends for a very, very long time.
Long time.
And let's talk about some of the memories that come up to you. I know a lot of people ask you what some of your favorite memories. Mine that jump out with you is when we used to do city stages. All the acts and all the people, but all the people that would come through town and visit at your radio stations that you were working at the time. Talk about all that for a moment.
Well, that's the one thing about country radio over a lot of other genres of music is there's a stronger connection, I think, between the artist and the radio people as well as the fans. And country artists come by radio stations all the time. They'll just drop in. Sometimes they'll tell you in advance. Sometimes you just look up and they're coming in the door. And it's really nice because you get a real feeling of relationship with them, like your friends. And, some of these young kids that came in the door years ago, young punks like Alan Jackson and Luke Combs, they were young kids coming in the door trying to make their way in the business. And many of them hit it so big. And it's neat to have that long-term relationship. And you actually feel like your friends, kind of,
Dollar Bill, we're looking at some of the photos. In fact, there's Montgomery Gentry. Of course, we know we lost one of those members. That was very tragic. We saw Luke Bryan earlier, Brad Paisley, one of the great guys in country music, and Madison, your co-host there. And then listen, I'm just curious, what about the sentimental part of this? I mean, you started back when, radio was, a lot of it was AM radio. We were on cart machines. You're playing albums. Obviously, a lot of that has changed. Just when you look back over that, do you get sentimental?
I get very sentimental. Matter of fact, I got to be honest with you. This whole thing about retiring has been really difficult for me because, it's my life. And as we pointed out, I've made friends over these years. I look at our audience of listeners in country radio. They're not an audience. They're not listeners. They're my friends and family. And so, the sentiment, it's really bubbled up more than I thought it would inside of me. And as we approach, I'm only got a couple of weeks left. I'm telling you, it's really been sentimental, isn't the word for it. And I've gotten so many people reach out and be so nice to me. In Publix and Piggly Wiggly and restaurants, that people come up to me now and they say, congratulations and all, we're going to miss you. I'm telling you, it's been the most amazing thing. And I've had the most blessed, wonderful life and career because of this business. I can't thank everybody enough.
Wow.
Well, Dollar Bill, talk about, if you want to, you have certainly worked with some amazing co-hosts and that a lot of people remember. So reflect on that for a moment.
Well, I worked with the one co-host that everybody remembers and in a most amazing way, and that was Patty.
Yep.
It was Patty and the Doc for years. It was
Yep.
Patty and Dollar Bill for 20 years or more than 20 years. And that woman was a force of nature that was unbelievable. I mean, she was the biggest diva, the most incredible human being. She was one of the most kind-hearted and selfish human beings I've ever known. I mean, she was an enigma. And she passed away about 6 or 7 years ago, and I still miss her every single day. As a matter of fact, my wife had to double up on cussing me out after Patty passed because I was missing getting cussed out so much. Patty and I had a great relationship, but I'm telling you, that woman was she was a hedonist, a nudist, a partier.
If she was sitting
Wow.
right next to him, she would
she'd
be okay
nodding
with
her head,
everything
yep.
you're saying.
She'd be saying, yeah, that was me.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
she was a chain smoker, and she'd say, Bill, if you're going to tell it right.
But
Yeah, I mean,
but
she
after
was
you
amazing.
two parted ways and you stayed in the business, you continued to work with some amazing people, and you watched the industry change, as Mike alluded to earlier.
Oh, yeah.
What was it about it that you were like, I still want to do this. I don't care what it's like now.
Well, the people and the relationships that made all, and I love the music. Country music, three chords and the truth. It's country music still tells stories. They relate to anything in life. The old joke about if you played a country song backwards, your wife would come back to you, your dog would come back alive, you'd sober up. It really does touch on everything in life, and I love the music. I love the people in it, but the listeners and the people in this community, that's the whole thing about broadcasting, radio and TV. People see you in their homes. People hear me in their cars, in their bathrooms, in their life. They let you in their life. And that is a gift that's unbelievable. You can't thank people enough for letting you in their lives. And so, yeah, it's changed a lot, but that has not changed. And that's always been my driving point, to do what I can for charities, help the community, and make those connections with people.
Well, let me tell you what, radio is a tough business. And for somebody as long as you have, it says a lot. It's a testament to your career, and it's why you're going in the Hall of Fame. And listen, Bill Lawson, we just wish you the best in retirement.
You too. I'm telling you, you're great friends, and y'all have been good to me. And thank you so much. I started out years ago getting up at 2 a.m. and going up and sitting with Country Boy Eddie up there at Fox 6 between him and Ronnie Marchant. And I've been coming up there, and I was your voice guy for 20 years.
That's correct, yeah.
And I'm telling you, the family at Fox 6 and us, I can't thank you guys enough for being so good to us, and our friendship matters the world to me. It really does.
Thank you so much.
Well, you may not be on the air anymore after a week or two, but you'll always be friends, and we love you so much.
Well, they're going to find out when I'm gone. They're going to find out how bad of a DJ I really was, probably.
No, they won't. By the way, Ronnie Marchant's having another sale, just so you know. All right, we got to take a break.
He's going out of business.
Bill, we'll be back.